Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Yes, I am rocking a Westeros Game of Thrones sweater. It is freezing here in Denver. We had like -3 the other night. So cold, there was a avalanche in the mountains, all these crazy things, and that's part of why I haven't uploaded. The internet has been crazy. So here we are, and I just figured I'd do super casual. I don't have a lot of makeup on. I'm just in a Game of Thrones hoodie, and if you are another GOT lover like me, how excited are you for this final season? I'm so stoked, but I'm also really sad because that means it's over. So anyway, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be doing something a little bit less recipe, a little less DIY. We're just going to be having a little classic tag video. And the tag is the Mom Tag 2019. Emily Norris, her video below. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hop right into these questions. Question number 1. My favorite mom hack. Now, my favorite mom hack is bribery. My son loves to hit, he loves to bite, and I will be like, you can have this if you don't hit me. If you don't hit me, you can have one jelly bean. If you let me, if you calmly handle this situation this way, you can have a jelly bean. We always use these like really cute organic jelly beans from the health food store, so it's like not really candy, but and he loves it, and it's really good positive reinforcement for him. So I punish when I have to, but usually I try to do positive reinforcement just because that's how he specifically responds, what he responds better to. So I try that. All right, question. Number 2, most embarrassing mom moment. Okay, so we shop at Target a lot. Target's one of my favorite stores, and we were at Target and I was like, what is happening? Why is the car seat or the buggy all wet? I don't understand. Why is the cart wet? Harvey's diaper exploded everywhere, and it was pee, no poo, but it just pee everywhere. So gross. And I did not have a change of clothes with me, so I had to run and get him completely naked, everything off, try and wipe him off with wipes so that it wasn't like pee on his skin. And then I had to have my husband go rush, buy a pair of pants because we had just gotten there, come into the ladies' restroom with me, and change my son's clothes. I've never ever since forgotten a pair of change clothes. I never had to use it except for that day I needed it, but yeah, I will never make that mistake again. So just a little hack out there, just always have an extra change of clothes. You always should. The one day I didn't, it happened. All right, 3. What is the part of your day that you love the most? The best part of my day, the part of my day I love the most is probably breakfast. Like right before breakfast, it's just me and Harvey. It's just us two awake. And that time that we get that's just him and I, he is so soft and he is so tender and he is so giving and generous that I love being there with him. And then when everyone else wakes up, he gets really riled up and he gets really excited. And then, like, since he doesn't communicate very well, he has a speech delay, he gets really frustrated, and that's when he hits, and that's when it kind of gets a little bit not as fun. But when it's just us and there's not as many distractions and him and I can just have that one-on-one time, it is almost like magic. He is just such a little joy, and I'm so happy that I'm able to be his mom, and it's just, I'm so blessed with that little man. What is the part of your day that you like the least? The part of my day that I like the least would be probably cleaning up after lunch. I have a really weird texture issue, and my son's hands get so sticky and filthy, and I hate it, but you have to clean up your kid. You have to make sure everything's taken care of. And so right after lunch, when I have to clean up his like messy sandwich hands, not my favorite, so pretty much anytime after meals, or anytime after a snack, when I have to like clean his hands really well, I have a weird texture issue, and like the wet washcloth with the hands and the food makes me a little nauseous, but you know, you just gotta do some things that you don't like when you're a mom. You just gotta have to go with it. The worst thing someone said to you when you were pregnant. I had a lot of people be really generous to me when I was pregnant. I pretty much, I'll try. Picture here. I pretty much looked like a stick with a ball under her. I was tiny, I still am. And it just pretty much looked like I had a basketball. And so somebody was like, do you have twins in there? I'm like, no. He was like, you look great. I'm like, thanks. That's pretty much the only comment I got. People never said I was huge. Oh, when I was like 15 weeks, I had somebody be like, well, my wife is 15 weeks and she doesn't look like that. I'm like, cool. I don't know what else to say. But that's pretty much it. People were really generous and kind to me. 6. Baby names that you didn't agree on. So my husband and I were very, very sure that we were having a girl, and so was everyone in our families except for my mom. She was like, you're having a boy. And she had her own names that she wanted that we didn't agree on. But my husband settled on the name Harvey because it's one of his favorite names. But we also thought about Oliver for a boy, and there's nothing wrong with the name Oliver. I just know a lot of Olivers. And I was like, probably not. I want something a little more unique, a little more old school. And when Joe said Harvey, I was like, okay, I can get on board with that. We had some girl names we picked out, but since we do not have a girl and we might not be done having kids, I'm not gonna say those. But Oliver was probably one that was on the table that probably would never make it to the finish line. So anyway, 7. Do you co-sleep? Yes, we do. Much to my husband's chagrin, yes, we do. Our son's bed, so like we do co-sleep, but we don't bed share. So we used to bed share when my son was a little bit smaller, but now we just co-sleep. So his crib, one side of it's off, and it's on my side of the bed, and it's just right there. And it makes it really easy during the night if he needs anything, and also we all are just in one room, so it just makes it easier that way. 8. Something that you bought but you never used. I didn't buy a lot that I didn't use for the baby. I do that with other things, but not really with the baby. We did not use a changing table very often. So yeah, so we bought a pack and play and it came with a changing table. We didn't use the pack and play a ton. We used it for a little bit, but not a ton. But the changing table that came with it, never once used, ever. So, changing table. 3, question number 9. 3 hospital bag must-haves. Fuzzy slippers. Slippers of your own, like socks of your own. Thick, comfy socks, because hospitals are cold. Because if you're like me, you thought you were going to be there 2 days. I ended up being there 5. So you have to have something that kind of feels like home. So that would be fuzzy slippers, your own blanket, like a comfortable blanket for yourself. And 3, things to do. So for me, it's things to do. So like I wish I would have brought my computer or something else, because when I had a hard time sleeping just because of adrenaline. I don't sleep when I have adrenaline. And I had a surgery and my baby was there, and I was just like, what's that noise he's making? I'm a first-time mom. I don't know what to do. So I needed more things to do, like books or something, but then I also had a hard time like doing anything. So so those are my 3. So slippers, a nice warm blanket, and then like maybe bring a book or crochet or something to take your mind off of what's going on, or like movies, something that you can watch while you're doing stuff with your baby so you can bond with them and also not go stir crazy. 10. Are you a routine mom or go with the flow mom? And what does your bedtime routine look like? I am a routine mom. Mostly because my husband is also a routine, and it makes that really easy. But we're a routine mom, so my little man wakes up between 7:30 and 8 every day. 8:15, we have breakfast. 8:30, he poops. And around 8:30, I'm not gonna say like the exact time, but like around that he poops. Then we play, and then he has lunch before he goes down for his nap. So he has lunch at noon. he goes to the bathroom, and around 1, we put him down for his nap, and he sleeps from 1 to 3. And then at 5, he eats dinner, and yes, he has this big gap, and then he sleeps, and then he does better with that. And then around 5, he eats dinner, and then 8 o'clock, he is downstairs ready for bath time. And then after bath time, at 9 o'clock, we take him downstairs, we read 2 books, I sing songs to him, and then he goes to bed. So kind of like our whole day routine in there, but our nighttime routine is very easy. 8 o'clock, he goes and gets a bath, we sing songs, we read books, and then he goes to bed. And how we put him to bed is that I sing him a couple songs on me, I love on him after his daddy and I read books to him in the dark, and I sing him his favorite songs, and then I kiss his little head, and then I leave him to fall asleep on his own, because that's something that I feel very strong about. But yeah, it's pretty easy, and I'm a pretty routine mom. Number 11. What was your labor like, and what pain medicine or pain relief did you choose? So my birth didn't go anything the way it was planned. I wanted to do a little more natural, but I was induced, and I wanted to be induced later on because I had severe anxiety during my pregnancy. So I was induced. Everything was moving along right away. Then I just stopped progressing, and then the baby had the cord wrapped around his neck twice, or once around his chest, and so he was all tangled up, and with every contraction, it was suffocating him. So then I needed an emergency C-section to get him out. So then with the C-section, my heart rate dropped and he didn't breathe for the first few minutes, and it was really scary on both ends. So I did choose an epidural, and they gave me medicine through my epidural also when I had my C-section, and it knocked me out, and I don't even remember Harvey being born. I remember him crying, and that's it. I don't even remember seeing him. Have you been mom shamed? Yes, I certainly have. Mostly I am mom shamed because of choices I've made for my son that I feel are best, and that's something that, here's the thing, I'm a big advocate for just because you might have a different opinion on something doesn't make you right and me wrong. It just makes us different, and that's okay. I'm not hurting anybody. Like co-sleeping, a lot of people are very against that. Or I breastfed, and a lot of people were like, why are you breastfeeding? And then if you bottle feed, why are you bottle feeding? And pretty much, if I could give any little tip out on that, it's just don't do it. Don't mom shame. Momming is really hard. Being a parent is so hard. Let's just try and be kind to everybody. 13. Challenges you faced becoming a mom. I did not know the emotional toll it would take on my anxiety. You worry about everything all the time. You just want the best for your kids all the time. And I just wish that I had known that it was going to be okay. And that's been the biggest challenge for me, is just like, there's nothing you can control. It's going to be okay, and kids are resilient. So you just kind of have to let them fall and scrape their knee, or you're going to have to let them experience different things. I'm a huge germaphobe, so that's really hard for me. If I see a kid cough in the store, I'm like, either way. So that's just how I am. 14. Bit of advice you've ever been given. This is a two-parter. And the best piece of advice you'd give a new mom, and don't compare them. So the best bit of advice I've ever been given is don't worry about it. Listen, and this is so like my father-in-law gave my husband this advice. So like I don't know if this counts because it wasn't given to me, but my husband told me that's what he said, and so I'm going to take it as this one because I think it's really good. He said, listen to what everybody says and then do it the way you want. He was just like, people are gonna, and I don't know if that's verbatim what he said, but he said something like that, because I heard it from a second party, but pretty much like, listen, everybody's gonna give you advice, and listen to it and be polite, and then do what works best for you. And that honestly was the best piece of advice anybody could give me, because there's so many different ways to do things. And the piece of advice that I would give to a new mom, it's going to be okay. The first year is really hard, and it's okay to not be happy all the time. And it gets better. that's pretty much all I got. You'll figure it out. 15. Yeah, 15. Who's your mom crush and who do you tag? My mom crush is Emily Norris. I love her. That's where I got this video from. I love her. She's a British YouTube mom who I'm telling you, I could just watch her videos all day long. And who I tag is any and everybody who is a mom out there who wants to do this tag. I mean, like, do this tag too if you're not a mom, but I mean, it might not make as much sense to you. But I mean, you do you. But I tag everybody. If you want to do this, please do. I'd love to hear your responses and tag me, and not really tag me, but like let me know in the comments that you're gonna do it, and then I can go watch your video and support you. That's pretty much all I got. Is I just want to be able to support each other, and yeah, I really hope you guys like this. I will link all the questions, not link, but I will list all the questions below. And yeah, also if you are a huge Game of Thrones fan like me, let me know, and let me know like how excited you are for this new season. I'm a little heartbroken, but it's okay. I'm watching the whole series over again. I don't think I have time because the first time I watched it, I watched like all 60 hours because it was only 6 seasons at the time. All 60 hours within like 2 weeks. That's all I did. That's all I did. I also was not married, wasn't with anybody, didn't have a job because I worked for myself. I got nothing. That's what I did, and I loved it. I would do it again if I could, but I can't because I have a baby. Alright, well, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and thank you so much for tuning in. And this week you're going to get videos. Today's Tuesday, you're going to get one on Wednesday and on Friday. So you're going to get Tuesday, Wednesday videos, and then a Friday, and then next week we'll be back to our Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.